Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York. 631-756-1125, the phone number. Best prices in town when it comes to salt. Best prices in the tri-state area and beyond. So give them a call or go to the website omnitruevalue.com. And the holidays are one day closer. Wholesale Holiday Lighting by Giannini, your complete holiday lighting specialist, meeting all your decorating needs. And they're at 162 Ocean Avenue in Lindenhurst, New York. And the telephone number there is 631-957-5106. If this is what you do for a business or you want to get into this business, give them a call or go to the website liholidaylighting.com. Well, it's a matter of patience and some time. There's drier air. If you look at the latest satellite picture on the still shot, there's drier air up in Maine and upstate New York and Vermont and New Hampshire, and it's even starting to break out over Connecticut and Rhode Island and Massachusetts. Now, the trick is how much of that dry air is going to work its way southward, and that is the big issue going forward for today, and over the next couple of days. Because of the fact that we have this, I would refer to it as a rather stagnant pattern. Nothing is moving. We're just dealing with an upper ridge along the East Coast, an upper high. So we're not getting a fresh flow of air from Canada per se, and it's just high pressure pressing down from the north with an onshore flow. This time of year, that produces low clouds during the nighttime and early morning hours because of the lengthening and long October nights. And also during the day, you start off with clouds and break out into some sunshine. Today starts that process of some better weather, and I think we will see some improvement this afternoon as the clouds get out of the way. But they are particularly stubborn further inland, so it's going to take some work to get it done. But at least there's no rain. You can see the rotation, the counterclockwise rotation back in Arkansas and northern Mississippi, and Gulf moisture that is streaming northward up into the southeastern part of the United States. That's where all the action is today, and you can see on the radar as of 11 a.m. Eastern time, we have some heavy downpours in the Florida Panhandle and in southwest Georgia, moving northward up through Georgia. It gets a little more scattered when you make it up into the Carolinas, and then there's another east-west band from southern West Virginia going westward into Illinois and parts of Missouri. So this large kind of sprawling upper low is not going to be able to lift up into the northeast because of the blocking high that's sitting up there. And if you look at the radar here in the northeast, in spite of the cloud cover, there is no precipitation to worry about. And I don't really see much in the way of rain happening here over the next 5 days. Severe weather risks today from western half of Kentucky through much of Tennessee into Alabama and northwestern Georgia. It's a marginal risk for severe weather, and that's with all that tropical moisture coming up with the occasional heavy downpours. Again, you'll notice from North Carolina on up into Maine, there is no thunderstorm activity. Those thunderstorms are being forecast by the Storm Prediction Center, and for the most part, severe weather risk over the next couple of days is relatively minimal after today. As far as rainfall is concerned over the next 7 days, again, not much. There is going to be a bit of a coastal low that will develop over the weekend that we'll just have to keep our eyes on. But for the most part, we're looking at quarter to half inch amounts at most from central New Jersey on southward, and less than that as you go northward through Pennsylvania and into upstate New York and into New England. Got a few patches there where no precipitation is being forecast. The south, a different story. On top of the rain that's already fallen, another 1.5 to as much as 3 or 4 inches of rain possible from northeastern Alabama on up into the central Appalachians. Also seeing precipitation that is on the heavy side along and just offshore the North Carolina coast. Again, this is due to a bit of a coastal low that may try and develop as we head into the weekend. Just want to take a look at the upper air pattern here going forward because we are in a situation where we do have a blocky pattern where weather systems in the east are slow to move, and we're seeing higher than normal pressures up in eastern Canada back to Greenland, and into New England and the Northeast down into the northern mid-Atlantic states. There's actually a ridge off the East Coast that's in control. Now, for those of you who follow weather and you say, okay, there's blocking, well, how come it's not cold? Well, just take a look at what's going on in the Pacific, because we don't have an upper flow that's coming out of Canada. The flow is being controlled by a deep trough out in the west, another trough that's dropping down into the Gulf of Alaska, and yet another one down into the Bering Sea. And this upper low that's east of Newfoundland is just kind of sitting here. So, yeah, we do have a blocky pattern, but weather systems are not able to come eastward because that ridge in the east is locked in. And you'll notice here, and I'm using the European model going forward, that you wind up taking weather systems that are coming out of the west, and including the one that's there in Arkansas now, just basically gets absorbed and goes well to our north and east, and then the ridge just rebuilds as the next deep trough drives down into the west. So I think we're going to be in this onshore type pattern at the surface for the next 5 days at least, and we may actually even carry it through a good portion of next week. The good news from the standpoint of rain, because we've had so much of it, is the fact that we're not really going to see a whole lot, if any at all, over the next 5 to 7 days. The only thing that I just want to mention from that is when we get these nighttime and early morning low clouds and fog that will come in, there could be some spotty drizzle with it or a little bit of mist, but that really is the only risk. You'll see on the NAM, for example, the high doesn't move. I think the weather for tomorrow and Friday will be okay. Morning clouds early, break out into some sunshine. Temperatures will reach into the 70s for the rest of today. We're fighting the battle of getting rid of the clouds. You see those showers out to the west just kind of stay there. And then as we head into the weekend, you got this low that forms off the North Carolina coast. Right now, it doesn't look like it's going to become anything tropical because upper air winds are not exactly favorable for tropical storm development. But we'll keep our eyes on it nonetheless. It's just going to behave like a regular low. And you see it goes out underneath us Sunday and Monday. Still got that high in the Gulf of Maine anchored in. And the next cold front of any consequence, really, the next important cold front may not come for, oh God, another 10 days or so. It might not be until sometime a week from Sunday that we get a truly, let's call it I don't even want to call it a dynamic change in the pattern. It'll just be a regular cold front that'll come on through and at least start bringing in some fresh new air out of Canada. Weather in 5 is brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware, 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, 631-756-1125. The phone number for the best prices on anything regarding wintertime and winter snow removal. Website is omnitruevalue.com. Wholesale holiday lighting by Giannini at 162 Ocean Avenue in Lindenhurst, New York. Your complete holiday lighting specialist meeting all your decorating needs. And their phone number is 631-957-5106. And the website there, liholidaylighting.com. We'll have the Joe and Joe Weather Show tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time. So do tune in for that. And just want to mention for any of you businesses that if you're interested in advertising on the Joe and Joe Weather Show or on Weather in 5, I do have some open slots available. So if you'd like, you can get in touch with me on Facebook on Messenger through my Facebook page, Meteorologist Joe Cioffi, or you can email me at JOEWXMAN, Joe Wexman, at optonline.net, optonline.net. Have a great day, everybody.